citizen do to get involved, to have those powers that be, like the governor, like their state officials, maybe put a little pressure on to explore the option of the super tanker?
Well, as far as the super tanker project, right now they're trying to put together a what would you call it, a coalition basically of city and counties that need that service in California. So if the state doesn't want to fund it entirely from their own money, possibly LA City, Riverside County, San Bernardino County, Los Angeles County independently could all get together and put together a coalition of organizations that would fund it. So it's possible that they could lobby their local representatives to support this sort of thing and say, hey, you know, this is a great idea. I don't want to see my home burned down, all the mementos, all the treasures of a lifetime lost in a fire.
Right.
So it's something where they could really help out. I think I heard that. Did that ring?
Well, let's double check.
Well,
We've had some interesting phone calls lately. They
Yes,
haven't all been really nifty neat.
Oh, okay. Like the firefighters say about getting those 3 a.m. calls from a payphone and they get there and there's nobody there.
isn't that
Yes,
nice?
there are a few of those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do have a... Callie, do we have a call? No.
Okay.
There must be calling Richard.
Okay.
I do have, you know, one of my Boy Scouts went into the armed services, trained up in hazmat, and he's now working with the team in the hazardous materials field. And that, of course, has relevance with fire also.
Sure. Yeah, if you go to my website, you'll see a couple of people there. In fact, I was just out in Hemet yesterday meeting with a guy by the name of Troy Valine. He's a firefighter, paramedic, and also a hazmat specialist who works out there with Riverside County CDF. He's also a reservist, so he goes up to Beale Air Force Base every month and then for a couple of weeks during the year to do his reservist duty as well. And so he's somebody that his email is there on my website.
Okay, we do have a call.
Ah, very good.
Hi,
Hello.
you're on Glendora Perspective. Do you have a comment?
Yeah, good evening, ladies. This is John Wolving.
Yes, hi, John.
Hi, how are you doing? I was
Fine.
calling in regards about the mountain lion.
Yes, tell us about that.
Oh, yes. Well, I've seen him twice so far. Actually, the first time was at my father-in-law's house right behind us, and he was in his backyard and just kind of scurrying around and jumped over a 6-foot fence like it was nothing. And just last Saturday, I believe it was, just walking down my driveway and towards the trash cans, actually up towards by the mountains, and it's kind of scary.
Yes, it would be. You shouldn't go out after dark when you live up there.
I know, it's kind of sad, but you know, I really it's scaring me a little bit more than the bear is actually.
Well, I think this mountain lion could attack people more so than a bear might.
Yes, absolutely, and that's you know, I'm kind of nervous in regards to having the dogs outside and.
Well, dogs too, yes. I mentioned to your wife you might need to put up an electric fence around your dog area.
Yeah, I actually got one, so I'm going to be putting that up, and I was going to use it for around the trash can area for the bear, but it seems like the mountain lion's a little more concerned to me than the bear is, and especially for the animals. You know?
Well, I told your wife that if you...
definitely a very scary situation, that's for sure.
It is, and I told your wife if you see my car in your driveway some evening with the lights out, I'm with my camera, and I'd love to get a picture of this mountain lion.
Oh,
So
yeah,
don't shoot me.
You know, I'm actually going to reconnect another camera because I have the other cameras up for the there and around the premises, and I'm going to actually put up a couple other ones on the side of the driveway where I saw him.
Okay, well then maybe I won't have to stake out at your place.
Yeah, because that would not be a fun thing to run into him. But any footage I get, I will definitely send to you guys.
Well,
that's
we
for sure.
appreciate that, Johnny.
Got a question. Do you notice that you have more animal life this year than last year or previous years?
Absolutely. I think what it is, it's really dry up there. They're running out of food, especially since the construction is going on up there at the Gordon Highlands.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of they don't have much, you know, anywhere to go anymore, and it's really, really dry. We haven't had much rain this year, and they're looking for food. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we appreciate your calling in, Johnny, and you keep us informed. You've got my number.
You guys have a beautiful evening, huh?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Interesting.
Interesting. We are having more wildlife.
Well, and if construction's up there, that's also going to drive them out. When I used to live in Monrovia, we had a construction project up at Gold Hill,
Yeah.
and I used to walk up in the northern part of the city there, and I noticed a great influx of raccoons and skunks from that.
Well, even just the little bit of development that they've done at Lone Hill and Gladstone and Pompey Park has routed out, along with the grading up in the South Hills for Colorama, has drawn out stuff I've got in my backyard. I've never seen a skunk before.
Yeah.
And everything has been chewed, the oranges, the avocados, you know, everything's been taken a bite out
Is
of.
this your website here?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I would like to...
Oh, wait, this one here now. Mine is right
here?
there, that top line there that's blue.
Okay.
Fire bomber?
Yeah, Fire
It's
Bomber.
his website, in case our viewers would like to contact him, www.firebomberpublications. That is firebomberpublications.com. And you can reach Mr. Archer and ask questions or get some answers on things.
Yeah, you can also visit and see some of the firefighter interviews. My favorite is Jetta on a Stick. It's about a guy over in Germany who was a part of a 3-man team at the Air Force over there on Hahn Air Base. There was a Jetta that flew off a road, wrapped itself around the tree, and he had to get the driver out 6 feet above the ground.
Oh, my goodness.
Terribly
Are you
talented
going to write
people
another
we
book?
have.
I probably will.
Yeah, I think you've got enough
A
information.
nonfiction this time.
What else do we need to know about this area that we need to be aware of, and maybe things we can do to help out?
Well, the best thing that you can probably do is clear the brush away from around your homes. I talked to some firefighters over in the Santa Monica Mountains, and they said that the fire departments will actually keep dossiers on property that does not do proper brush clearance and present it to insurance companies if there's a fire and the family
really?
owning the property is filing a claim, because
Wow.
if they say that they were not in compliance, the insurance company can write off that property and save themselves a
Well,
bunch of
that's
money.
why the fire department comes around our place once a year for inspection.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
okay.
So I would
That's interesting
recommend,
to
yeah,
know.
I would recommend keeping brush cleared away, keeping
And
it up to
I
code.
would say that the insurance companies are very interested in that kind of stuff because of all the claims they've had with the fires, the mudslides.
Yep, the earthquakes.
And
They
I
may
imagine
think they need to build up their reserves
A lot of
little
those
bit.
homes might have the old shake roofs too.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's what really torches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, a fire creates its own storm, windstorm, and off it goes.
Well, and with the terracing on the hills, one thing they could consider is planting fire-resistant brush and so forth up there. There are plants that you can get that will be fire-resistant, so they would form a barrier, but it wouldn't look like a big scar on the
Can
on the
people
ground.
get a list of those plants through the fire department? Would they have them available?
Yep, and also on the FireWise sites.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice to
With
know.
all the fires that we've had up in our hillside areas the last few years, is it still dangerous? I mean, I might say, hey, we had a couple of fires, all the stuff's out of there, no harm, no foul, no danger.
No.
Not true?
No. If you still see brush, grass, things of this sort, it doesn't have to be just a major undertanglement of stuff. It can be just light grass out there, so-called light fuels, and the fire can run from one large concentration of brush to another using the grass. On a windy day, the embers can blow for hundreds of yards.
Oh, yeah, that's
And today was a windy day.
yes.
Yes.
Yep. Look at the
But-
Beverly Hill fire over there. 3
That's a
homes
shame.
destroyed, and it was just a power line that sparked against some power lines.
We
and
had
that-
a branch fall on, I think it was our telephone line as we were leaving to come to the studio tonight. We're getting down to that 1 minute.
Are we?
Yes, we
Oh.
are. I'm twisting my glasses and I broke it.
Uh-oh.
99-cent store.
Okay, do we need to spay and neuter anything?
Have you been spayed?
I'm not going
I
there.
have. We need to spay and neuter the pets and take care of them in this hot, windy weather we're having. And
And I have a feeling, folks, we're going to be looking at water conservation
Yes,
and much
I think
higher
so.
water bills, because they are going to have to perhaps start purchasing MWD water, which is far more expensive. And of course, if we get into a fire season, we have that situation.
Yep.
We've got other repercussions, the use
Right.
of water, and again, more intrusion of the wildlife down into our community to
So-
preserve itself.
we'd like to thank you, Michael Archer, author, and all this good stuff you've been telling us about firefighting and all.
Well, thanks for having me.
And check out his website.
Yes.
www.firebomberpublications.com.
Right.
And the
Very
interesting
informative.
articles that he writes for military.com. Take a look. They are very interesting, and you can probably find his books on that website, too.
Of course, and wonderful reading. We have 2 of his books, and wonderful. And we'd like to thank you for joining us this evening. We're about to go into closed session.
We will see you
So,
next week.
next week. God
Thank you
bless.
for joining us.
Thank you.
Sure, thanks for having me.